What's an IRL version of a level 1 bad guy? A middle schooler making fun of you for not having 200 plus followers. The hall monitor from back in middle school. The parking meter checker for adults. What's a hall monitor? A domesticated lizard. I don't fully understand the comment, but since it has silver, this must have meaning that flew over my head. People who don't dim their high beams while following someone on the highway at night. Their attacks are extremely weak, but they'll kill someone eventually. This is gonna be who I fucking snap on. I'm not even Thanos and I wanna snap on these motherfuckers. The alcoholic threatening to beat you up while not being able to stay on their feet and always swinging to the left/right of you because he's seeing you in doubles. The curb that's 1 inch higher than you expected, so you do that little mini stumble thing. Or that's an inch lower and you start to trip forward like a dingus. The word dingus makes my butthole tickle every time. My butthole was unaffected. It's weird how things affect people's buttholes differently. The guy who does a slow and go at a 4-way stop when you were there first. This needs more attention for sure. It's like that boss that you defeat that resurrects throughout the entire game. One of the first bosses you see, but later in the game they start throwing them at you as regular mobs. Better than a Minnesota 4-way stop. Every car tries to be nice and wait for the other, which results in at least 2 cars, often more, just sitting waiting for the other. A fly that won't stop bugging you. Fruit flies are the worst, so small you can't catch them, but you can still clearly hear them. Generic ants, not bullet ants or anything, just ants. You know ants are hardcore when they're given titles. Bullet ants are some scary motherfuckers. Fell and broke into a fire ant's nest thing they built inside a stump. Did you know it's possible to swell up so much you don't fit into your socks or shoes anymore? Boy, I think you'd look like the Goddamn Michelin Man. Just, you know, strawberry flavored instead of vanilla. People who stare at you and make you look away. Pathetic weakling. You were asking for the weakest possible enemy, the one that is usually defeated with one move. Solicitors in front of Walmart. In the UK we call lawyers solicitors. I imagined gangs of poorly sweeted shysters heckling you about your recent injury at work on your way into Walmart. Exactly the same image I had, and I just thought Walmart. Ambulance chasing hacks. Sounds about right. America. In the first year of elementary school, just after the tutorial, there's a kid who won't share the swing and keeps it all recess. I feel like this is also where your friend would bring up the AP meter and how yo press actions to deal bonus damage. When I was 5 I had this situation, but with a jungle gym. I had watched way too much pro wrestling, so I solved it by DDTing the kid from the top and breaking both his arms. He got in trouble for it too. That's the day I learned authority is not fair. At least you helped him nurture his relationship with his mom. That one video of a robber who dropped his gun behind the counter and the other who brought a sword that was shorter than the clerk's. Workplace lunch thief. Once you catch the thief they won't put up a fight. I was hungry. You were a coward. Kids from rough neighborhoods that try and rob you. BTW. By kids I mean like less than 13. So someone you could easily punt across the fucking moon. 4th down. Anon grabs the kid. What a kick. A TNT customer support. Edit. Verizon is at least level 3. Spectrum is level 99. This is golden Mr. Skeletal. It appears only once every 20,000 years. Like the video and subscribe to comment awards in 20 seconds or you will never have calcium and good bones again. Now back to scheduled programming. People who steal/eat grapes from the supermarket. People do that. My mother said one day she saw a woman eating an unpurchased banana and gave it to an employee to throw it away after she finished. This was all while the lady was still shopping. That is so fucking funny. What did the employee say? Orange, you glad you ate that banana? That dude who keeps asking the introvert why he doesn't speak. Man, that's the final boss. The first person who cuts you off in traffic when you start driving on your own. That event cues the horn tutorial and you get options for your shout skill tree, +2 anger or anxiety depending your character build. Telemarketers. That spider all trying to be sneaky and zip across the wall while it thinks I'm not paying attention. I see you in my peripheral vision, you little fucker, and now I sentence you to death for trespassing. It sounds like you are the level 1 boss. No, he's the level 200 spider boss. Yeah, you definitely want to be at least a level 220 spider before you enter the living room area. An underwire that pokes out of your bra and stabs you in the chest all day. A hex bug with a knife on top of it. Uppity retail customers who complain about every possible thing. That's phase 1 of the final boss. Anyone featured in posts from r/I'm very badass. That goose at the park that I tried to do karate at when I was 5. Bruggies are like level 8. Those fuckers are insane. Classmates that borrow your pencil and never return it. Internet troll. Nah, they're more like a level 3. You have to deal with them after you learn the ropes of the game called life. Guy who flipped you off while driving. That won't make eye contact when you're both stopped at the next intersection. Finding a hair in your food or pulling it out of your throat after you swallowed. The kids who won't let girls into the treehouse. All tree houses are mandatory, no girls allowed though. It's one of the universal laws. Get rid of slimy girls. The DMV people. You forgot form number 3. Prepare to die. A seagull that steals food from people. Dude that decides not to buy the popsicles after all and leaves them in the automotive aisle next to the wiper fluid to melt. Guy behind me on the congested highway who goes from the right lane to the merging lane. Zips ahead of me then makes everyone stop so he can squeeze back into the right lane. Someone who puts their bag on the seat next to them on a busy train. My 2-year-old son. He talks a big game and pinches/whines like a boss, but I know I can easily defeat him with one solid punch. People doing surveys on the street, or Jehovah's Witnesses. The vape lord who is all about blowing huge clouds in the middle of a crowd because it's just water vapor, bro. Water vapor doesn't smell like cotton candy, dude. The people that work in stadiums that kick you out if you move up to better seats you didn't pay for. No, those are actually mini boss characters, because if they catch you, you can't defeat them. People who bully fast food employees. Groups of kids in high school who walk slow and take up the whole ass hallway. That kid on Xbox who fucked your mom. The people who don't pick up after their dogs. People who don't use their turn indicators. An aggressive purse dog. The person that parks on the line, not over it, just exactly on it. I can't park for shit though. I'm trying my best. Those feminists who aren't really feminists, who actually just want men to suffer. I appreciate the distinction. People who microwave fish at work. It took me a second before I realized you meant cooked fish like salmon or cod, not the goldfish. Right, that feel when you microwave the office pet. Mosquitoes. They're like that low-level enemy with annoyingly high evade, so you rarely manage to kill them before they escape and do a couple HP of damage to you. But later in the game you find out there are reckless of them that have some of the most powerful spells that can one-shot you if you can't kill it before it hits you. Flies that keep buzzing around my food. Super high evasion and their spawn rate increases in the summer. A self-proclaimed incel. That guy trying to aggressively sell you that mixtape. Door-to-door salesman. You don't really have to acknowledge them, but if you do, it's an easy fight. Now Jehovah's Witnesses are a little tougher. A firm fuck off is still not enough sometimes. The guy who asked for a water cup but fills it up with soda. Where's my hug? Guys, level 2 if they smell. Florida man. The dudes at the gas station who come up to me asking for money to fill their tank because hey, I'm from out of town and the car ran out of gas. Just need to get home. Jesus. Fuck. Do not creep up on me like that at the gas station. The anti-vax kid's disease. A rusty mailed appeared, it used scratch, it was too effective. Sorry ma'am, but your child is dead. At least he's not autistic. The 1 out of 10 dentists that don't recommend a toothpaste/brush. That teacher that forces you to miss recess for something you supposedly did wrong which you totally didn't, and even if you did it wasn't even that bad. Dinklerberg, you are at the self-checkout counter and your product doesn't have a barcode. The self-checkout cashier is rude. Laughs at the idea that she/he can call for a price check. You leave without your tennis balls. That kid in kindergarten that would make fun of you for your haircut while he had the most stupid haircut ever. Also while wearing Paul Frank clothes and eating a cookie for lunch. A mildly aggressive rat. A nerd who's a want-to-be gangster. His rims never spin. To the contrary, you'll find that they're quite stationary. A pickpocket. A failed pickpocket. I know your kind. Always sneaking about. The one who always leaves finished milk cartons on the fridge. that one person in the grocery store that meets you as you turn the corner and does that little "excuse me" dance with you for way longer than they need to. They guide the retail store that tries to push memberships/warranties/savings on you when all you wanna do is buy a fucking charging cable for your phone. People who complain about or rat their co-workers out to the manager instead of first discussing the issue with the co-worker directly. The doctor who gives a circumcision is a level 1 boss at the start of the game and you can't beat them because you have no equipment. The bully kid who smokes in the bathroom and does vandalism from time to time, occasionally stealing from Walmart. Neo-Nazis who can't draw a swastika. The perfect level 1 bad guy is the one that cuts in line. You have to start a confrontation and likely call an assistance from other line goers if you didn't build your character right for fights, or if the rolls aren't going your way. You have been visited by Money Pigeon. Like the video and subscribe within 5.6 seconds and you will get rich. PG! On top, food chain, won't stop, new game, hot box that blue haze, 1 lock, 2 chains, no bras, 2 babes, mic drop, new stage, lights in my rear view, 5 cops, food race, faster than a Tesla, they say I'm exhausted.